Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. President Chip here to talk about the USA versus Germany, as the US will be taking on Germany in their first international game for the October window. Very excited for this game. Um, Obviously, a lot of uh, interest for this game, specifically because we have Gio Reyna coming back to the national team after after just an absolute disaster and unfortunate series of events after the World Cup. But most of us know that by now. So at this point, it's a if you know, you know. But anyway, Gio Reyna's back. We'll see what how many minutes he gets for this game and what system Greg Berhalter will use. But speaking of systems, so obviously this video I want to talk about the lineups I want to see, and yeah, so let's get to it. First of all, the United States. Uh, for my starting 11 against Germany, my dream starting 11, if you will. Um, what I would do is I would do a 4-2-3-1. I would have obviously Matt Turner, Nottingham Forest the goalkeeper from Nottingham Forest. Um, he's starting there. He's our starting goalkeeper. He's solidified it for at least 2 years now for the U.S. So have Matt Turner at goal, and for the center back duo, I want to see Cameron Carter-Vickers and I want to see Tim Ream. Tim Ream, despite the fact that he's old, and his time is coming very soon, I still think he's the center back we're gonna need to start for the rest of this. Up until Copa America, basically. I think Copa America might be his last major tournament. He's with the national team. After that, I just think it's time to let go of him, try to move on from him. But yeah, for this game, for this match, I want to see Cameron Carter-Vickers. I want to see Tim Ream. I want to see Scally on the left. I want to see Serginho on the right. But obviously, they can switch whatever. It doesn't. It's not the end of the world if they switch. But that would just be my back four with Antonee Robinson out of this camp. So I believe that is the best the best back line for the U.S. against Germany, and of course, there's room for debate. Obviously, you can argue have Chris Richards over Tim Ream, or have um Joe Scally or Joe Scally on the right and Dest on the left. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Uh, I guess where you put them, like I said, but yeah, there's arguments to start a guy over another, but that's what I think the back line should look like. And as for the midfield, I don't think there's any arguments here. I'm going the same formation that we did in the Nations League, which is the 4-2-3-1 formation. So I want the double pivot to be Yunus Musa and Weston McKennie as our starting guys there, and I want Gio Reyna, at the camp position. I want him to be there. I want him to do what he did in Nations League, and I don't, however many minutes he has, whenever he's on the pitch, I want him to do that. I want him to cook. I just want him to feed Balogun as much as he can. And yeah, really, that is the best formation for us. And of course, Pulisic, Weah, Balogun are the other. Pulisic and Weah on the wings, and Balogun as a striker. I mean, no argument. I don't think anybody's gonna disagree with me there. So yeah, that's my starting 11 that I want to see, and that's the formation I want to see. I don't want to see any more of these crosses. God dang, 23 crosses a game. Because if we do that, chances are we're not going to do anything, and Germany is going to get an easy 1-0, 2-0 win, much like what we saw against Japan, where we just kept crossing it in to try and get to Jesus Ferreira. Of course, we have Balogun now, but even Balogun can't thrive in that system. So in terms of the system, I want to see Greg finally get out of his own ass and just finally realize what system works and what doesn't. Gio Reyna's back. Hopefully, he was able to see what what he did in the Nations League and what worked against Canada and Mexico, and have that be tried out against Germany. Tyler Adams is not in this camp due to another injury he picked up. So let's do that. We don't have Adams to make for his MMA midfield, so let's try that lineup. Let's try it against Germany. Let's see if it works. And I think if we do it right and we do that like we did in the Nations League, then we'll find some success. And for looking at the German side of things, obviously Germany's going to this camp with their new, recently hired manager, the former Bayern Munich manager, Julian Nagelsmann. He has brought in a strong squad. So guys like Ter Stegen, Hoffman, Gundogan, Leroy Sané, Kai Havertz, Thomas Muller, etc. Guys like that, they've been called up to this game. So this will be This is basically pretty much their A squad. This is no B squad, C squad. Germany, as you know, they don't have as the host nation for this upcoming Euro. For these upcoming Euros, they do not have to qualify as they already are as the host nation. So they need to play these friendlies. They need to take these friendlies seriously, and they're looking to really just gain momentum and positive momentum and just be the German they used to be. As you know, in recent big tournaments, they have been just lacking, knocked out of the Euros early, in the most recent Euros by England. The past two World Cups, they were grouped. So after 2014, they've really just ghosted in major tournaments, and a national team like Germany, with that history, with that many World Cups under their belt, they have not been they have really just been terrible if you're going to compare it to what they used to be. So they need to get back to what they used to be, and that's what Nagelsmann's trying to do here. And it starts here for them. They're going to this game to thrash us, really, just to knock the shit out of us. I mean, they want to beat us really badly to just gain their confidence back, gain their momentum back. They're going to do it against us. They're going to do it against Mexico in their next match. They're going to try and just they're a hungry team. And I know it's a friendly, but for them it's a little bit more than that. They need these games without the qualifying games. They need these friendlies, and so yeah, our boys need to be ready for that. This is gonna be, this is gonna be a dogfight for a friendly. So they need to be ready. They need to come prepared, and yeah. And overall, some final things I want to see from the system. If Greg, it's as simple as this. If Greg comes into this game and does the same shit that he usually always does, and does a 4-3-3 and has us play 1,000 crosses into the box, chances are we're going to see the same result we saw in a game like Japan, the Netherlands, etc. Where we're going to lose 3-1, 2-0, that type of game. It really is that simple. Um, the system Greg has is just terrible. It's terrible. It doesn't work with our guys. And without a Tyler Adams, a 4-3-3 makes no sense because you won't have an MMA midfield. And like I said at the beginning of the video, with that formation will lead us to the best success, not just in this game, but in the future overall. But for this game specifically, that is the best formation with Tyler Adams injured and Reyna back. That's the best way for us to play our football in this game. Is that formation is the one we used in Nations League. Greg needs to realize that the 4-3-3 and the crossing just does not work, man. I mean, we've said it so many times at this point. It's become it's tiring to say. And we listen. What do I think Greg's gonna do? I'm expecting to be disappointed. I'm expecting him to come out, bench Gio, bring him off the bench, and have another 4-3-3, another crossing game. I mean, it's sad. It's sad to say, but it's true. That's just what I'm expecting from Greg Berhalter at this point. And hey, if we end up losing this game 3-0, 4-0, and a hungry Germany comes out and just it ends us early, I mean, it's all on him because that'll happen if he does the same sorry system that he usually does, and of course the Greg Berhalter supporters will blame it on the players and will say Greg did nothing wrong. It's the same story every time, and yeah, it's really just a matter of which formation we're gonna see, and of course, yes, Germany they have a new guy now, but the fact of the matter is they have just not been the same Germany. We haven't seen it yet, so we have that in terms of favorability for the U.S. We have that, but obviously, I have high doubts that this will continue much longer for the German national team, as I expect them to get better real quick, real soon. So my score prediction for the game really comes down to this. If it's the same 4-3-3 system and it's a crossing and it's basically Greg Berhalter ball, it will be 3-1 Germany. But if we can get the correct system, the correct formation, if Greg can get out of his little like Greg cave that he's always in when it comes to formations, I believe we can win this game. I believe we can win this game 2-1 like last time. So my official prediction uh is just I'm going to go ahead and be hopeful that he does, assuming that he has the right plan, etc., which I don't know if he will. But yeah, all things considered, here's my official score prediction. And I know I'm American. I know I have a bias, but here it is: 2-1. I truly believe it can be done. I truly believe if we go out this right, it can be 2-1. We can beat them and come out of this match with the win, headed to Ghana with positive momentum and just have another positive result. Of course, for the U.S., we're on our way to Copa America this summer. That's our major tournament. So we need to treat these friendlies serious as well. So yeah, 2-1 will be the score prediction. And a few guys that I want to see. Gio Reyna, obviously, I want to see him come back. You know, get minutes with us. I want him to start. And I also want to see. I want to see Cardoso. Maybe later in the game off the bench. I want to see how he does. He's been doing good with Internacional in Brazil. They unfortunately got knocked out of the Copa Libertadores, but hey, Cardoso, he's with us. I want to see Christian Pulisic because obviously we saw last camp. We saw Pulisic kind of slow down. He wasn't really like into it. His energy was low. We didn't see the Christian Pulisic we've been seeing at AC Milan. So I want to see him bring that Milan attitude to the national team. I want to see the national team Christian Pulisic, the fired up guy that we saw in Nations League. I want to see him do his thing. And of course Balogun, he has 3 goals this season, Monaco. So I want to see him score a goal or two, not just this game, but maybe even this game. So I'm excited to see Bala. I'm excited to see the whole team overall. But those are some key guys I want to see, step up for us this game. And yeah, so my score prediction is 2-1, and I will maybe be doing a live watch along for this game. But yeah, 2-1 USA. Hopefully we'll get the W. And yeah. And just a quick message at the outro. Like I said, this will likely be how the soccer videos are made. I will just go over them. It's very similar to the college football videos. This is my first soccer video, so it's not as it might not be as good as smooth as the college football videos, but I'll get better with the soccer videos as I go along. Like I said, I watch that sport as much as I watch college football. But of course, if I switch between soccer and football, that's because I'm an American. I'm gonna have Americans watching me. So yeah, and you know what? Even when I have these these British men come onto my channel, it's called soccer, man. It's called soccer. But yeah. So this is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll make another review with Ghana before the Ghana match. I'll try and do some live watch alongs for these games. But yeah, go USA.